strongest and most amazing physical athletes that have ever stepped foot inside of any wrestling ring. We're talking about the Filth King Brubaker. This is going to be an impressive one-on-one bout. Match against the prototype Tony Nas was on the losing end in November, but he hopes to change all of that today, and Brubaker is showing that he is strong, he is tough, he is durable, and he's ready to fight here. Tough challenge for Storm Grayson. He's giving up a lot of experience, but he's got the youth. But Brubaker is in the prime of his career. He will be the master of this situation, in my estimation. It's the overdriver. Storm Grayson likes to hit neck breakers and DDT drops in multiples. He thrives on being the best, and he wants to be the most well-conditioned athlete out of any and all. Phenomenal physical shape is this man Brubaker. As the two men engage in a collar and elbow tie-up right here, and Grayson overpowers Brubaker, which is not a huge surprise, but it is to some of these fans. I think that Storm Grayson only got that advantage because of his height and his reach, not necessarily his overall power and muscularity. I think that Brubaker can definitely outlift Storm Grayson in the gym. But this is a situation where I think that it's one man trying to swing and disorient the other, as Brubaker now is just playing around with Grayson. Brubaker's all about very explosive, powerful, very fast-paced offensive flurries, and he likes to use high-impact offense. And when he drops his opponents, it's with as much authority as anyone else I've ever seen. And Brubaker is confident, maybe borderline overconfident in his skills. Grayson with a beautiful punting kick on the running clothesline, and Grayson has stopped Brubaker right here from delivering further abuse. Grayson trying to recover from a previous loss in the Fusion Wrestling ring. Big back body drop. Grayson's taking control as Brubaker tries to recover on the outside after that back body drop right there. Talking about trying to rebound off of a loss to Paulie Tomaselli. Paulie Tomaselli, one of the elite athletes in the Chicagoland pro wrestling scene. But Brubaker might be a step above him, and Grayson just is going to continue to stumble into these challenges. And Brubaker was going to try a diving attack, but Storm Grayson went right into the ring early, and Brubaker had to stop his progression. But unfortunately for him, he stayed in the ring and he maintained control. He missed with that forearm. Grayson runs in, running forearm drop. Brubaker is taking falls all over the place. And even Sam Meadowood has to run out of the way of the action. That's how fast-paced this is turned into. Brubaker, Ryan in, missed. Grayson ducks. Tornado forearm strike, and that might have knocked Brubaker out right there. But a 2 count, says Sam Meadowood right there. High flyer is Storm Grayson. Very exciting, a risk taker as well. As a matter of fact, he is well versed in both pro wrestling and lucha libre, as he has shown tremendous success in both. Great height and reach, but does not have the experience of Brubaker. And he was going to go for a slingshot body attack, but Brubaker had that well scouted as he pushed him down before he could even take flight. And now Brubaker trying to take some advantage here with a number of stomps in the corner. Brubaker has suddenly turned this crowd into potentially a riot, and he needs help. He's got to have that support of the fans. If Storm Grayson is going to be successful here, he's got to do that. You got to face the best of the competition in front of you, and some of these matchups, you know, you would think Storm Grayson would be in over his head ever so slightly by trying to want to step into this ring against Brubaker. And, you know, if he can compete and if he can win, it drives him further in his career. But if he just physically and mentally is not prepared, Brubaker's going to take advantage. As soon as Brubaker stepped through the ropes earlier this afternoon, he said everyone needs to bow down on their knees for this man because he calls himself the king. Nobody has an equal for this man, and Storm Grayson might not have the answer either. But one thing is for sure, Brubaker is a closer, and he is so aggressive, and Storm Grayson is feeling it right here. And there is no way for Brubaker, in my estimation, to mess this up right here. He's going to continue to show that he's faster and more dominant on the ground, on the run, and in the air. And again, when you have had previous experience, you can be an outstanding juggernaut in the gym and have amazing cardiovascular conditioning. But when you're giving up experience to a man that's been in the ring, there's nothing like experience, and Storm Grayson is now feeling the wrath of the Filth King right now. And Brubaker tries to mount as he tries to drive the man down, and Grayson tries to reverse it, and a 2 count only. Big pickup, and what a sky-high sidewalk slam that was, and Brubaker literally put him on the moon and then dropped him back on earth in a very unforgiving way. Devastating drop there, and Brubaker almost got the win. Give Storm Grayson some credit. He has been putting his body on the line here against a much more experienced foe, and he's been proving that he can hang. But the thing is, just being able to hang in the ring against Storm Grayson, against Brubaker, is one thing. You got to be able to win, and you have to be able to survive. Crowd clapping, and nearly everybody is trying to show support for Storm Grayson here, but he's just giving up too much power to Brubaker. Brubaker on the run, got spun around. Watch this! Spinning Blue Thunder power bomb. He dropped him badly, and Brubaker got the shoulder up. Very close call, and Storm Grayson was moments away from trying to score the win right there. This is Fusion Wrestling, getting a great opportunity to see the best of the present against the best of the future. And Storm Grayson is against the odds right now, maybe an underdog right now in this match, because Brubaker has had control for the majority of the match, but Grayson is trying to respond. And now he's motivated to try to drop Brubaker as often as possible. Tries for the swing. There's that neck breaker. That's one of his signature moves. Brubaker might not have an answer. Look at that. Brubaker powers out. He will not stay down. And what effort by Grayson to try to put away Brubaker in this match. Great singles action as part of Fusion Wrestling this afternoon. Brubaker tries to use the ropes to get to his feet. Grayson dives, misses badly, hurt himself. Big mistake. But Brubaker does the same thing, but he doesn't take the head. Wow, he got flipped backwards and almost got dumped on his head in the process. Brubaker pushes Storm Grayson in the corner and a big running forearm smash. Wow, how much more can he take? Twisting and Zaguri kick. Grayson crumbles and falls, and he almost put him away. Grayson. Man, I don't know if he did that out of instinct or if he just did that just simply out of sheer necessity. And we might be seconds away from seeing the overdriver. Nobody kicks out of this. One of the most devastating head-plunging suplexes on this planet. But Grayson trying to counter. Big pick. Look at that. Phoenix sort of bob. Oh, they almost put him away. Impressive skills being exercised by these athletes. Power bombs and drops and suplexes and slams. And you got to give credit to where credit is due here. Grayson and Brubaker have been giving each other one heck of a physical confrontation here that has exceeded fans' expectations. And Grayson now might be taking a risk as he climbs to the top. Wait a minute! Brubaker pushed the referee against the ropes, and that caused the downward descent of Grayson as he's gotten straddled on that top rope in support. And this could be bad news. Watch out! No. Overdriver. He got cradle suplexed on his head. Brubaker, the Filth King, is the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Filth King Brubaker. The Filth King Brubaker listen and you might need some medical attention after taking a fall like that. Brubaker did exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to prove why he was the king, and he defeated Storm Grayson on this occasion. Wow. And that has silenced the crowd because Brubaker proved his weight in gold right there.